guys, welcome back to Teens Are Code, and today we'll be learning about algorithms. But before we jump into this video, I want you to make sure that you've checked out all of my previous videos. I've already uploaded the 3 weeks basics program where I'm going to be teaching all the basics of C programming in just a series of 5 videos. And if you haven't, don't forget to check them out, and I'll link them down below. So, before starting to learn what are algorithms, we will know the answer of the last video's coding question. So, in the last video, we had to find the area of the value of radius from the user. And we had to use the formula area equal to pi r square, where pi equal to 3.14. And the use of power f was required to raise r to the power 2. Of course, we had to square it. So, yeah, let's get on with the solution first. So here I am on IDE geeks.org and I've already typed the code and we're going to understand it now. So we start with hash include stdio.h, then we include the math.h library, and if you haven't understood or if you don't know what the math.h library is, I've already uploaded a video on the math.h library in which I've explained every single thing in detail. So we have to use powf in this, so we have to include math.h library, then of course int main and then empty brackets, then we write float pi equal to 3.14 because we are initializing, we know that the value of pi is approximately 3.14. Then we'll take printf enter radius. Of course we need to tell whoever is seeing the program that what you have to do exactly, what exactly do they have to do with it. So enter radius, then we'll declare a float r, which is the radius, and then we'll take the value from the user, which means that we'll use scanf. So scanf %f because radius can also be a decimal or an integer. Then we use comma and r. So here we took the value from the user, and now we do float area equal to pi into powf r comma 2. Now powf r comma 2 means that r will be raised to the power 2 and area equal to pi, which is 3.14 into powf and r raised to 2. Also here guys, if you want to avoid this, you can just write 3.14 here instead of pi, and then we'll print an answer statement. Printf, the area of the circle is %.2f, we'll round it off to 2 decimal places, and comma area, the value of area will be replaced in this statement. So now let's try running our code. I just put the input 22, which means the value of radius is 22. I'm gonna run the code, and here we get the area of the circle as 1519.76. So I think guys, I hope that you have got this one, and if you have any doubts, don't hesitate to mention them in the comment section. Now let's get on with the main content for today's video. So now let's just take an overview of today's learning. So what are we going to be learning today? We are going to be learning what are algorithms. Then we'll be learning what is the use of algorithms, and we'll be understanding algorithms by making a yummy pizza, which is one of my favorite activities while I learn to code. So yeah, let's get right on with today's video. So starting with what is an algorithm. In mathematics and computer science, an algorithm is a finite sequence of well-defined, computer implementable instructions, typically to solve a class of problems or to perform a computation. Now this is like a definition. Don't worry if you didn't understand a thing, I'm going to explain it now. So an algorithm is basically a well-defined, detailed set of instructions, so using which the computer can understand all the steps leading to our desired output. So whatever output we want, we give the computer a set of very detailed instructions to reach that output and to get the perfect output exactly how the way we want it. So I think this is an overview of what is an algorithm. An algorithm is can be called as detailed instructions. So now let's learn what is the use of algorithms. So the purpose of an algorithm is to give a set of rules by which one can solve a problem. So of course it is a set of rules and one can solve a problem using an algorithm, and one can explain what the computer has to do using an algorithm, which is a detailed set of rules. So think of it as laying out a step-by-step guide which will accomplish a specific task or solve a specific calculations if the steps are followed in order. Then a specific task or a specific calculation will be accomplished the exact way we want it to be. Then we use algorithms as building blocks for more efficient logical problem solving in the future. So we use many kinds of algorithms to do efficient logical problem solving in the future, and it makes us understand what we exactly have to do with our code, and it makes the thought process simpler as we have written down what we want our code to accomplish. So we are not going to get confused later on when we start typing the code, but we have written down that we want our code to accomplish a certain set of rules, a certain set of requirements. Then we won't be confused later on. So we'll understand algorithms by doing a task. It's not a task, it's a fun activity. We'll be making a yummy pizza. So the ingredients we have is a pizza base, some pizza sauce, shredded mozzarella cheese. That's all we've got here. Then for the equipments, we've got a spoon, plate, and an oven. And then we have been given a set of instructions. So you guys can also make your own set of instructions, maybe play around with the ingredients, the equipments a little bit, and it'll be a very fun activity for you guys. So take the pizza base and keep it on the plate, and take the bottle of pizza sauce, then open the bottle, and with the help of a spoon take some sauce from the bottle, spread it evenly on the base using the same spoon, and eat some sauce because it's so yum. Guys, I'm so obsessed with eating pizza sauce. Comment down below if any one of you loves pizza sauce just like I do. And don't forget to put a lot and lots of cheese on it because it's the best, right? And then bake it in the oven till all the cheese beautifully melts. So this is how you make a pizza. Now you'll be thinking, how is this related to what we are learning today? So basically what we wrote as instructions can be called as a set of algorithms. So this is the main algorithm, and inside we have written down a bunch of rules. So taking the pizza, keeping it on the plate, taking the bottle, opening the bottle, taking some sauce from the bottle, spreading it, eating the sauce, and then putting lots of cheese and baking it. All of this are steps to give us desired output, which means we'll get a yummy, beautiful pizza. So now we'll see what the machine requires. So let's imagine that if you were to program a machine which made pizzas for you. So we wrote all of this, but now I'm going to tell you that all that is just not enough. The machine requires more detailed steps. So let's see a few examples. Like if the base comes in a packet, then take the base after opening the packet. Now who would have thought of this, right? But the computer cannot directly understand how to do all the steps that we wrote here. So we have to give a bunch of detailed instructions. Like if the sauce bottle has a screw-on lid, then unscrew it. Otherwise, open the pop-up lid. And if the bottle is new, remove the seal covering. And if amount of cheese is not specified, then ask how much cheese is to be put. And if time for baking is not specified, then ask for baking time. So now I think you've got a very clear idea of how in detail the instructions for a machine are. So you can find many loopholes, many other things that can be, even in detail, can contain even more steps than what I have mentioned right here. So think about it. It is a good thing to keep thinking about how various set of rules is going to give us a desired output, because your code is going to just keep getting better and better after you think of many little things which are the details. So yeah, I think this was a pretty good thing that we did today. And to recap, algorithms are a set of rules. They need to be very detailed, and writing our algorithm makes our thought process simpler. And yeah, the main thing that we learned today is that pizzas are really yummy and one should always keep eating pizzas. So thank you guys, thank you so much for watching. Today's was a very short video. We didn't exactly write a new program, but many new programs will be coming up in the upcoming videos. So don't forget to tune in to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and turn that post notification on. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, goodbye.